In the year 2054, on the icy world of Niflheim, Mickey wakes up frozen at the bottom of a crevasse. He spots a ship and calls out to his friend Teemo, who is stunned to see him alive. But Teemo only retrieves Mickey's flamethrower, declaring it pointless to save him since he's going to die again anyway. This Mickey is actually the 17th clone. Every time he dies, the company fabricates a new body and uploads his weekly memory backup to it, ensuring continuity. It's become such a routine that scientists barely pay attention. During Mickey 17's printing, a hose came loose and affected the process before being reattached. Cloning is outlawed on Earth and is only permitted in space for designated expendables. As an expendable, Mickey is assigned hazardous tasks without concern for his safety. After all, he's replaceable. One assignment involved going outside for supposed repairs, but it was a lie. The machine was fine, they just wanted him exposed to radiation and to document his painful death. A tool eventually sliced off his hand, which the scientists found fascinating. One version of Mickey only lived 15 minutes, prompting scientists to rush and take samples. Which doctor? Dorothy dubbed Special. This all began 4 years earlier, on Earth. Back then, Mickey and Teemo were close friends. Teemo convinced Mickey to take out a shady loan to open a macaron shop. The venture failed, and they found themselves hunted by dangerous debt collectors. As they tried to escape, stun grenades knocked them out. They woke up face to face with crime boss Darius, who took pleasure in sawing up his victims. Realizing they'd be next unless they paid up, the pair decided to flee Earth. Mickey applied to a colony mission, competing against millions. The mission was led by ex-Congressman Kenneth, a two-time election loser backed by a religious corporation and supported by fanatic followers. Teemo easily joined by obtaining a fake pilot learner's permit. Mickey had no qualifications and blindly selected expendable on the form. A company rep gave him a tour, explaining the expendable program. The cloning printer used organic ship waste to leftover food, waste, and even corpses. Mickey was too distracted by the rep's alluring scent to pay attention. She removed a zit from his face to avoid copying it across clones and scanned him for his first backup. After saving his memories into a brick-shaped device, she injected him with a solution that triggered traumatic recollections, including his mom's death in a car crash caused by young Mickey pressing a red button. The memory overwhelmed him, leading to a breakdown. The rep handed him a gun, urging him to commit suicide to get used to death. When he hesitated, she pulled the trigger, but it was empty. Once in space, Mickey had to adjust to harsh living. Food was awful and strictly rationed. Attempts to take more triggered alarms. During the crew's first meal, Kenneth appeared with his wife Yelfa and religious aides. It was obvious Yelfa and the church controlled him. Most cheered, though a few stayed reserved. That's when Mickey noticed Nasha, a security officer, and instantly fell for her. She invited him to her table, shared food, and they quickly bonded. Kenneth gave a dramatic speech about their mission to build a new society and banned sex to conserve calories. The crowd didn't love that, so he promised a sex campaign once they settled. Despite the ban, Mickey and Nasha began secretly hooking up, even numbering their favorite positions for reenactment. People often asked Mickey about death, making him uneasy. One day, Nasha joked about killing them so they could find out, sparking a fight and landing them in cages. Mickey's food was halved as punishment. Nasha became territorial when others like Kai and Jennifer tried befriending Mickey. Eventually, the ship landed on Niflheim, and scientists sent Mickey out without a helmet to collect viruses. He died, and the test repeated several times until a vaccine was found using versions 12 to 16. With protection no longer needed, Mickey joined the first exploration team into an icy cave. Inside, Kai found a hole filled with worm-like aliens. One grabbed her leg, and another crew member shot at them to scare them off. As they left, Jennifer panicked at a noise, shot upward, and was crushed by falling ice. Back on the ship, Kenneth scolded Mickey for surviving instead of Jennifer. Kenneth named the creatures creepers, and Mickey with less food and more work. He was tasked with gathering creeper samples while Teemo flew by to drop rations. One day, Mickey stepped on fragile ice and fell into a crevasse. After Teemo left, a giant creeper found him and dragged him. Instead of attacking, its babies nibbled playfully. The mother creeper pulled him out and made odd sounds, which Mickey mimicked. Observing the creatures, he joked that even aliens won't eat clones. Just then, a company vehicle passed, and Mickey chased it down. Upon returning to the ship, he found Mickey 18 already printed. Horrified, since clones are illegal, Mickey 17 was knocked out by 18 with a weight. Back on Earth, cloning ethics became a concern after a scientist, Alan, was suspected of murder. Though he had alibis, the truth emerged Alan cloned himself to commit crimes. Multiple Allans were eventually caught, sparking debate over clone legality. The church opposed clones, insisting one soul per body. Scientists wanted to explore cloning's potential. Kenneth claimed printing bodies was sinful but useful, leading to his expendable proposal-own clone per planet. All others terminated. In the present, 17 wakes up being wheeled in a cart by 18, who seems more aggressive. At the cycler, 17 proposes splitting shifts and sharing death duties. 18 accuses him of cowardice. Despite 17's emotional plea, 18 tries pushing him in, but they're interrupted by approaching footsteps. They hide as Teemo arrives, secretly selling a drug called oxyofol. After a deal, 18 attacks Teemo for ruining his life. He shoves him toward the cycler, but 17 intervenes. A fight erupts, with 18 wielding a hot rod to kill. Before he can strike, Nasha and security head Zeke show up. 18 coerces Teemo to lie, claiming he saved him. Jealous, 17 watches Nasha leave with 18. As he follows, a church rep stops him for a mascot photo and announces Mickey won a private dinner with Kenneth and Yelfa. At dinner, Mickey indulges in delicious food. Kenneth apologizes for earlier behavior. Kai joins and they offer her a future in their pure blood colony. Unlike other colonies using chips and embryos, they want her to have children naturally. Suddenly, Mickey vomits. The science team rushes in, spotting a rash on his neck from experimental meat hormones. They inject him with a prototype drug, but he collapses in agony. Kenneth suggests killing him, and Yelfa moves the rug to avoid blood. Kai protests, but Kenneth dismisses Mickey as just an experiment. Mickey pleads for his life, and Kai helps him out. In her room, he sees photos showing Kai and Jennifer dated. Kai asks about death to understand Jennifer's experience. Mickey admits it terrifies him. When Kai tries getting intimate, Mickey panics and flees. Back in his room, Nasha greets him and identifies him as 17. She writes the number on his chest playfully. 18 acts friendlier too, and 17 notices an empty oxyofol bottle. They argue, but Nasha calms them and proposes sharing duties and meals. Then she brings both to bed. As things get steamy, Kai walks in, sees the scene, and silently leaves. The clones lounge while a ridiculous talk show plays with Kenneth ranting. 18, angry, grabs a gun and storms out to kill him. Nasha chases Kai, who wants to report the illegal clones. Kai offers to stay quiet if Nasha shares Mickey, but Nasha refuses. .18 sneaks into the cafeteria, where a laser cuts open a giant rock to reveal a black diamond. He hides in the crowd, ready to shoot, but is tackled by a Kenneth fan. A creeper bursts out of the rock, triggering chaos. Kenneth yells orders. As scientists fail to capture it, .17 arrives and tries communicating with the creature. Dorothy takes notice. 18 reappears and fires, but 17 and Nasha tackle him. The bullet grazes Kenneth and damages the diamond. A second creeper latches onto Kenneth's face. Guards shoot it down while scientists contain the first one. Later, Bones and Nasha are caged. 17 recounts the creeper's odd reaction to him, but Nasha says they actually saved him. Teemo sneaks in, knocks out a guard, his client, and shows 17 a threatening letter from Darius. Darius will forgive their debt if Teemo sends him a video of Mickey being chainsawed. Teemo begs 17 to die for him. When Kai mocks him, Teemo turns and demands the guard tase 17. 18 offers himself instead, requesting oxyofol first. As the guard approaches, 18 attacks him. Nasha grabs the gun and tases Teemo. They escape the cell, but Zeke finds them. Everyone is rearrested. As they walk the halls, 17 realizes Nasha always protected him, even getting a hazmat suit once to comfort him during a toxic mission. At the ship's front, the group sees creepers surrounding it. Scientists move the baby creeper. Dorothy copies 17's earlier sounds, thinking thinking its language and hoping to build a translator. In the cycler room, Yelfa cuts the baby's tail for sauce. Kenneth brands 18 and erases the memory backup. When Nasha says the creepers are native and humans are the intruders, Kenneth laughs, calling Mickey trash. Dorothy defends her research. The baby spits at Kenneth, who tries to throw a rod but fails. Enraged, he suspends the baby over the cycler and forces Nasha to save it with her teeth. Zeke secretly records everything. Kenneth demands all creepers be gassed, but Yelfa suggests a competition. Bombs are strapped to the clones. Whoever brings back 100 creeper tails first lives. The loser dies. 17 sees this as penance for their mom's death. But 18 argues the car had a defect, it wasn't their fault. Dorothy gives them a prototype translator. They find the mother creeper, who understands Mickey now. She reminds him she saved him, but humans killed her child. If the baby dies, she'll kill everyone. She demonstrates by screeching a sound that can explode brains. 17 signals a code with his fingers that Nasha understands. But others dismiss. 17 promises the baby's return, but the mother demands a life in exchange for hers. As Kenneth's convoy rolls out, Nasha ambushes Yelfa and negotiates the baby's release. Yelfa betrays Zeke by slashing his wrist, but Nasha recovers the rope. Zeke announces Kenneth and Yelfa will be investigated. With creeper babies covering their mother, guards hesitate. Kenneth targets one, but 18 appears. The church rep urges a rocket blast to avoid triggering the clone's bomb. Kenneth fires but hits only a camera, giving 18 his chance to strike.